Two pieces of legislation proposed tonight will challenge protests moving forward, including the protests we've seen at Legislative Plaza. And that's where we find News Channel 5's Levi Ismail tonight. Levi, what would be the direct impact?
First of which, you can still hear the folks here honking their horns, driving by and doing laps around Legislative Plaza. Now, these people are trying to make sure that the legislators hear exactly their concerns, some of which deal with these two controversial bills that directly impact how these folks can protest and who can prosecute them.
When you want to be heard and nothing seems to work, you improvise. Meanwhile, across the street, legislators will attempt to hear two bills by State Representative William Lamberth. One bill intended to create stiffer penalties for vandalism and broaden the definition of assault against a law enforcement officer, carrying penalties that could include a minimum sentence of 30 days in jail. The bill also broadens illegal camping on state property to chairs, tents, and food. The second of those two bills gives the state attorney general jurisdiction to charge any protesters, even if the local district attorney decides there's not enough evidence. We talked with Nitisha Ron, who is the legal observer for protesters, and says this bill will affect not just protests with the People's Plaza group, but anyone who is demanding their voice be heard.
No matter how you want to sugarcoat it, no matter how you want to say it, this is all a direct attack on First Amendment rights. And, a lot of people can't think far. So they think that, it's just the protests that are here are going to be the ones that are going to feel the wrath of the evisceration of the First Amendment. No, it's not.
In a statement from the state's attorney's office, they say, quote, if the General Assembly wants us to take on additional responsibilities, there will be a number of steps to consider. The bill reflects a widely held sentiment that laws be enforced. We certainly agree with that sentiment.
And we did contact the Metro DA's office for comment, because if this bill does go into effect, they will have to participate in any prosecution moving forward with the state attorney general's office and make themselves available for those investigations. Now, that's even if they decline to press any charges. We're expected to hear from their office as soon as we get closer to a vote. Reporting live, Levi Ismail, News Channel 5.